Hey guys, it's Tarek with Cyclone FPV, and for the first time ever, because I don't usually do this, and I probably should actually, but for the first time ever, I'm going to start doing product reviews, and this will be the first one that I do. And what I'm going to be reviewing today, and I'll show you the camera angle here, give me 1 second, is these were on Banggood.com, right? And these are the Prime1S goggles. They look pretty cool, and they were at a real good price, so I thought I'd give them a shot, right? And unfortunately, I found them to be extremely pathetic. And you have to understand that I don't accept free items for reviews. That's one thing that you can definitely always count on. Even my vendors, even the biggest vendors that I deal with that I order a ton from, sometimes offer to send me new product for free to test it out. And I won't do it. And the reason I won't is because I don't believe in giving a fair review on something that you don't pay for. I think somewhere there's always a hidden obligation, and so I'm not downing anybody that does it. Obviously there's some people making pretty good money on Facebook or on YouTube by doing it, but I would like to give an honest review, right? And so I spend my own money. So I bought 5 of these from Banggood at I don't know, they were like 80 bucks or 90 bucks a piece. I spent like $400, maybe $500, something like that. And so I thought, great, if these work, these are something I can sell to my customers and have something on hand for them. Problem is I decided to do check them out, and they're terrible. And I'm going to explain to you why, and other people may disagree, but I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, they're not very good, and here's why. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open the box. Now this one I've already opened, right? But I opened 2 of them just to test 2. Of the 5 I ordered, I decided to test 2 because when I found the problem on the first one, I said, well, I'm going to try the second one. Maybe it's just a fluke. So here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I got. So I opened it up, and so far it looked pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of tiny, but this is the product here. Pretty neat. This piece kind of fell off real easily, and I was a little disappointed at how cheap that was. But again, for whatever dollars it was, it seemed all right. Looking at it, I put it on. It was pretty comfortable, I guess. It's a little, like I said, it's a little small, but pretty comfortable. And here's where we're going to get to the problem. I'm not going to get into much more review of this. The controls were okay. It's got a built-in battery, blah, 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 but it doesn't really matter if it doesn't work. So let me show you the problem I had. And I did actually have a friend of mine come in to also test these out. So I'm going to go ahead and put these antennas on here, and so that I can at least give this the fair chance that it should deserve. Now, keep in mind, these goggles do promise to offer a lot. They have a slot for SD recording right here. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a slot right here. And you get to do your, you get to adjust your, whatchamacallits, your lenses and everything. The problem is the diopters are where the issue seems to stand, right? Because what's supposed to happen is there's a diopter settings on each side, and this little message right here, if you can read it, says use both hands to adjust the diopter. Well, that's great, but it doesn't work. And I did some reading online from some other reviews, and other people said the exact same thing. They could not get their diopters to work. So here's the problem I had. I do have a quad sitting here. I'm gonna get ready to turn it on, and I also have a screen right in front of me that I'll show you in just a second. But let me just turn this on. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the screen image. Right now the quad is aimed at me, but this is the image, and I'm just using, this is another product I'm going to be doing a test on and giving you a report on. But so far I'm extremely impressed with this little itty bitty screen here, and this picture is clear, and it's not blurry by any means, right? But the problem is when I go to power this up, which it powers up fine, and like I said, I was actually impressed for the most part. It seemed to be pretty good. Problem is when I go to power it up, and let me go and change my channels here, and I'm just going to kind of run through them until I find the right one. Let me see. Okay, so I think it's scanning right now. Let me see if I can get it to stop scanning. Sorry, it's running through all the channels real quick, so we're just going to give it a second. Okay, so it's found channel B, right? And here's the channel. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these on real quick. And I know you guys are going to see from the smaller screen here. So, all right. So what I can tell you is when I move the goggles away from my face, like right about here, I see 2 images. And I don't think I can get this to look on there, but you're going to see something. Let me see if I can get something. And I don't think I can. Okay, so there's the image from the camera, and it looks good, okay? I mean, it actually is pretty clear when I hold the lens, or when I hold the goggles about, okay, so right here is where it's supposed to be. right? So I've adjusted everything now, and if I pull it away, right about here, it's somewhat clear, all right? When I bring it in, this is where you are supposed to adjust your diopter, similar to like being in an eye doctor's facility, and you're supposed to be able to turn it to be able to adjust the diopter on here so that you can change the focus, okay? And basically what we're talking about is making it to where it's not so blurry or fuzzy. Problem is diopters don't work. I did some reading online and found the same thing out from other complaints as people were like, well, I keep adjusting them, but there's nothing changing. And they are 100% right. There is absolutely nothing that changes on these. I mean, you can start going, and then you're going to reach this point, and you're going to get nothing, and nothing will change it. Now I've turned my camera off. So here's the deal. For the price, it seemed pretty good. The picture quality was decent for the price. I had no problem with it, except for the fact that once it's on your face, let me switch screens here. So let me do it like this now. Okay, so sorry. So once it's on your face, though, you literally need about I don't know. I tested it, and I need about 3 or 4 inches more space to be able to see the image clearly, because if not, your eyes kind of have to cross anyway, and it looks like a blurred image. When you move it away about this far, it's crisp. So I called a buddy of mine, and I was like, hey, listen, come over and test these out for me. Maybe it's my eyes. I'm getting old, crappy, whatever. Same problem with him. He said, you know what? If you hold them like right here, man, I can read it perfectly, and I can see the image. I'm like, yeah, that's great, except that that's not how they're supposed to be worn. Nothing adjusts here. Nothing on here moves, and the diopters, that's what those are for, don't work at all. So my advice to you is stay away from these. Now, Banggood, I wrote them because they have their return policy, and so I said, well, let's just test it. So I wrote them, and their thing was, send us a video on it. And I'm like, and I wrote them back, and I wasn't trying to be rude, but I'm like, but I'm telling you what's wrong. You want me to videotape the goggles, but I can't show you what's going on in my eyes. So that sounds kind of dumb, but they say, well, that's what they need. So this is the video. Let it be my first product review. Stay away from these goggles until this company could figure out what the heck they're doing. Now, there are other people that may be okay to see it like that, but I'm going to tell you, for the masses, as much as I don't promote Eachine, not that I have a problem with the brand, I just, I don't deal on that side of the spectrum. When I ordered 10 Eachine EV100 cheapy goggles, man, they're out of the box, they worked, right? No problems, no nothing. 5 of these, 2 of them right off the bat, diopters don't work. I'm not even going to open the other 3. I'm sending them all back. And Banggood, since you asked for the video, this is it. And if I've upset anybody who does like these, I probably assume you got a good pair, because the 2 that I have, nothing adjusts. All right? Hope that helps, guys. It's a real quick review. Just stay away from them. I'm not going to get into any technical sides of it because I couldn't see a damn thing to begin with. If you need anything else, though, let me know. Talk to you later. Join me at CycloneFPV.com. See ya. Bye.